Brüssel, die Haupt- und Residenzstadt des Königreichs Belgien. Eine Stadt so vielfältig wie ihre Bewohner. Man findet flämische Bürgerhäuser neben zweckmäßigen Architekturentgleisungen, Parks und königliche Prunkbauten in unmittelbarer Nähe von futuristisch anmutenden Fassaden. Hier tagt das Europäische Parlament, die Europäische Kommission und der Rat der Europäischen Union. Zahlreiche andere europäische Einrichtungen und Gremien haben ebenfalls ihren Sitz hier. Passenderweise fand hier in der Königlichen Akademie zu Brüssel im Juli 2016 die Eurochild Conference statt. Eurochild ist eine Organisation, die sich um Kinder- und Jugendrechte kümmert, deren Stimme in der EU vertreten möchte und sich dabei auf die Kinderrechtskonvention der Vereinten Nationen beruft. Eurochild arbeitet sowohl auf parlamentarischer Ebene, funktioniert aber auch als Netzwerk, das immer wieder aktuelle Themen aufnimmt und bearbeitet. Bisher waren die Konferenzen von Eurochild auf Parlamentarierebene, doch 2016 fand die Konferenz erstmals als Kinder- und Jugendkonferenz statt. Und Mats war als Reporterteam vom Bayerischen Jugendring eingeladen, um zusammen mit einem internationalen Team die Veranstaltung zu dokumentieren.
My name is Nermina. I come from Bosnia and Herzegovina, from SS Students Villages.
Hey guys, I'm Melanie Rietveld. I'm 16 years old.
Hey, I'm Faima Elmi and I'm 15 years old.
And I'm Jim, I'm from Kosovo, from World Vision Organization in Kosovo.
Hello, I'm reporting live from a Eurochild conference.
And we are members of the Youth Task Force on Violence Against Children from the Netherlands.
Die Eurochild-Konferenz 2016 lief unter der Überschrift Children's Rights Matter und beschäftigte sich im Besonderen mit Kindern, die von Armut bedroht oder betroffen sind, Kinder auf der Flucht oder mit Fluchterfahrung sowie Kinder in Pflege. Diesmal wurde nicht nur über Kinder gesprochen, sondern Kinder und Jugendliche ab 12 Jahren waren aktiv eingebunden in die Vorbereitung, Organisation, Durchführung und Dokumentation der Veranstaltung. Eine besondere Ehre und Zeichen der Wertschätzung war die Teilnahme der belgischen Königin Mathilde am Eröffnungsnachmittag.
As newly elected President of Eurochild, I am delighted to warmly welcome all of you to this, the 12th Eurochild Conference.
It is a real pleasure to be able to share some ideas with you. In my opinion, it is very important that we take this time to pause and reflect on the subject of children's rights.
My name is Chrysostomus, I'm also 16 and I am from Cyprus.
I'm Mimica, I'm from Bosnia and Herzegovina and I'm 14.
I am Linda, I'm 14 and I'm from Estonia.
I am Sean, I'm 17 and from Ireland.
Nachdem sich alle kennengelernt hatten, das Foto mit den Jugenddelegationen geschossen war und Mats zum ersten Mal in seiner Geschichte mit einer Königin sprechen durfte, ging die Konferenz erst richtig los. In der Opening Session teilten Kinder und Erwachsene ihre Erfahrungen in Sachen Armut und soziale Ausgrenzung durch Migration sowie das Aufwachsen in Pflegefamilien oder sonstigen Einrichtungen. Nun, welche Lösungsansätze zeichnen sich für die Teilnehmer nach diesem ersten Tag ab?
There's a lot of work to do, honestly, but we're going in the right track. Children's active participation is the answer to the challenges that children face. I don't think it really makes sense that adults talk about children's rights without children being involved. So this conference was a proof that we're going on the right track.
People must more hear children than now. They must listen opinion of children and talk with them a lot.
I think I heard one solution of the problem of a children care institution. I think that the trainers and teachers should be the young men or women. Because it's getting more understanding between children and the teacher.
Throughout the conference, I guess I have found that once you include children in all aspects of conversation, debating or just kind of talking, you get a better outcome.
Apropos Mitbestimmung. Am zweiten Konferenztag wurden zahlreiche Exkursionen angeboten. Zur Auswahl standen soziale und künstlerische Projekte rund um Kinder und Jugendliche, aber auch ein Besuch, der einen Eindruck von aktiver jugendlicher Mitbestimmung in Belgien geben konnte.
And today we are going to the youth parliaments.
Yeah, we are very excited to go there and we're very curious about what they're doing and how they're different from us.
Especially since we're here with Eurochild. So, well, let's have fun.
Let's go!
Zunächst wurde das Parlamentsgebäude besichtigt.
We're here in a commission room and we just learned how exactly the Belgian government works.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated. You have different regions, as you can see up there, with different ministers. And yeah, you have the parliament here where the people speak and audience can sit over there, but the only thing that they can do is listen. We just had a guide tour. We went through the historical rooms, which are made in the time of the Palace of Versailles.
We saw lots of beautiful decorations there. There were a lot of mythological aspects. We saw an infinite mirror in which you can see yourself an infinite amount of times. It was very lovely and now we're having a small break.
Yes.
Der nächste Programmpunkt war die Teilnahme an einer Sitzung des Jugendparlaments.
I participated in the last simulation of the Parlement Jeunesse.
What inspires you to do this?
I'm not in politics, so it's just by curiosity. I want to change the world, maybe, so we'll see how I can do it.
That not all students will have to achieve all those goals.
I'm a law student and I've been part of the youth parliament for a year now.
And what inspires you to do this?
Maybe the hope in our society. So it's really the fact that we discuss important topics.
What's the biggest problem you and your group are facing?
Maybe too much enthusiasm. That's actually a problem in youth parliament because people go crazy and they don't want to stop talking.
Just show me your hand.
I'm a member of the youth parliament. I want to do some politics after, so it's like for me a good training to know how it works. And actually we modernized the association and now we have really a strong contact, a strong link with the real representatives, and so our works are read by people who are working here as a real representative.
And do you feel like you're being heard?
Yeah, actually we do. Not only in youth parliament where everybody really listens to each other, but also because this year we presented our bills to the real parliament for the first time. So we actually were heard by the real deputies, and that's really great.
I think we are heard on educational matter or stuff like this, but not really on main social issues.
Do you have something of a tip or a one-liner for our viewers?
Speak your mind. You don't realize how important your opinion is.
If you were president for one day, what would you change?
I think I will make it this youth parliament obligatory for every young people.
Was würden denn die Teilnehmer der Eurochild Conference unternehmen, wenn sie für einen Tag Präsident wären?
I would make sure children and young people have the same authority as a member of parliament does in many countries. So there'll be a youth parliament like in my country where they get to make big decisions and work with the members that are already there.
I would put at least 3 children in parliament, as in they're not specifically attached to any political party, but they're just there to give advice. Like in our case, in the Council for Commissioner for Children, we have professionals, we have adults, and we also have children who help balance out the opinions. So if we do the same thing in a national parliament, I think it would do a world of good.
I'd like to make sure that there's a child present in every discussion that has anything to do about children.
Children need not just funds and money, they also need attention and hopes and even time. Children need to be given time.
Ein Beispiel für wertvolle Zeit, die man mit Kindern und Jugendlichen verbringen kann, gab die Exkursion zur Follor-Stiftung außerhalb Brüssels in einem Bauernhof des Schlosses La Hulpe.
This morning we are really excited because we have to visit a really very nice place.
Neben der Ausstellung vieler Arbeiten des 2005 verstorbenen belgischen Künstlers Follor werden hier auch Projekte mit Kindern und Jugendlichen angeboten. Regelmäßige Teilnehmer sind Familien mit Pflegekindern, die sich in einem Interessensverband zusammengeschlossen haben.
We sometimes do these activities with foster children here. We think it really helps them coming out with potential and a lot of ideas.
Can you tell us how this work here helps to children who live in foster families?
They're really free to discover work of art as a kind of therapy, as a kind of new discovery. When you talk about art, it's not so loaded emotionally. You can relax a little bit more. So, for example, when you see in the contacts with the parents, when we think about art or we ask questions about art, there's always an answer. And it's not stressful, you know, we can talk about art so many ways. And it's interesting because when they come here, they say either I will show it to my parent or this is something I want to share with my family. It opens questions, but questions that are not harsh. It really lightens up the mood. For me, it's inspiring when I see them happy. I know it sounds very basic, but that's the idea, and that they feel included, however they integrate the difficult reality they are in.
What do you have to do just to let the kids speak, to be heard on some kind of events like this?
We want them to speak for themselves, to speak about their own views, their own perspectives. So it doesn't make sense for us to speak on behalf of them, really. So we try to find strategies so that they are there, like taking a jumper with us in Parliament, or, for example, here we took quotes of children to bring in, and that we had them review so that it's representative of what they are thinking. So they did the whole participative work from producing the quotes and reviewing them to see if it was really representing foster care for them. I don't want really to talk about them nor for them, but I wanted to bring their views in because they're underage, so they cannot come here and talk about their private lives just like that. And I have been thinking for months about an idea how to bring them in, because I wanted them to be there with us.
Is there any kind of big success that you made in those years?
I think in foster care there are never big successes because it's one child at a time, I guess, for every single family. I could say in Wallonia, Brussels, that nowadays there is really a change in mentality. There is a new campaign for foster family, that there is an awareness that we exist, that foster families need support. So there are changes going on legislatively. So I think these are successes. But when you talk to a foster mother and you ask her what the successes are on a daily basis, making it possible for a foster child with specific needs to go to school and be completely included in a normal school. Yeah, I would say that's, for example, one of the biggest successes.
Anschließend ging es auch gleich wieder mit Diskussionen und Workshops weiter. Die Themen waren vielfältig. Von Kinderrechten in Pflegeeinrichtungen über Kinderarmut und soziale Ausgrenzung bis hin zur Partizipation von Kindern und die Einsatzmöglichkeiten von neuen Technologien zur Sicherheit von Kindern. Eine großartige Idee war dabei die Human Library. Hier standen Experten und Betroffene zur Verfügung und konnten je nach Bedarf in die Arbeitsgruppen eingeladen werden, um von ihren Erfahrungen zu berichten. Was nehmen denn die Teilnehmer für sich von der Eurochild-Konferenz mit?
The best thing I've heard is what a girl from a country that I spoke to, every Monday they do food banks for anybody who needs food. They can go and get some, and it's fresh food that will last longer, and I think that's a really good idea.
the best thing has to be like that noise, that communication. Like you would hear people talking to each other and they didn't even know each other, and they were talking about where they've come from and they were sharing their experiences, and you could see like bonds being created.
Yeah, we must do in Ukraine a lot of conference about children rights, and more have a lot of support for it.
Am Abend gab es noch das große Abschieds-Gala-Dinner, bevor am dritten Tag der Konferenz die Abschlusserklärung verabschiedet wurde. Über Eurochild wurde die Erklärung schon diversen Parlamentariern vorgelegt und mit ihnen diskutiert. Man kann davon ausgehen, dass die Erkenntnisse dieser Konferenz auf jeden Fall weiter in die Politik einfließen, auch wenn es bislang kein greifbares Ergebnis gibt. Doch eine konkrete Maßnahme ist erfolgt. Eurochild hat beschlossen, ab sofort für alle Belange Kinder und Jugendliche einzubinden und diese für sich selbst sprechen zu lassen. Das ist auf jeden Fall ein guter Schritt in die richtige Richtung.